You're listening to a Roddenberry podcast.
Today is Friday, July 23rd, 2021, and this is your daily Star Trek news from the Roddenberry Podcast Network. On today's show, Star Trek boss Alex Kurtzman is, or at least was, very optimistic about a Section 31 show. Star Trek Mission Chicago has released ticket information for their 2022 convention and have got the answer to Tuesday's trivia question. I'm Alison Pitt, and today's show is supported by people like you through Patreon. Find out more and add your support at patreon.com/Daily Star Trek News. Okay, so first, today, Friday, July 23rd, it's ComicCon at home, and the big Star Trek Prodigy and Star Trek Lower Decks ComicCon panels are on today. That starts at 10 a.m. Pacific time on the ComicCon YouTube channel. So if you haven't already, go and watch those. Let me know if anything happens. I have to go into the office, so I am going to miss them. So you'll probably know before I do. Anyway, go and watch those today. They start at 10 a.m. Pacific time. There should be some good stuff in there. So yeah, do that. Anyway, we've got news. It's interesting news. It's not exactly news. It's kind of old news. But it's the news. So here goes. According to Star Trek producer Alex Kurtzman, a Section 31 spin-off series is still in the works and he's feeling very optimistic about it, or at least he was. Earlier this year, Kurtzman participated in a Producers Guild of America panel with fellow Discovery executive producers Heather Caden, Michelle Paradise, and Olatunde Osunsanmi. In it, Kurtzman talked about the Section 31 show in the present tense. So what's the issue? Why have I got a problem with it? Well, footage of the panel was recently published to YouTube a week and a half ago, but it's unclear when the interview actually took place, and there have been other conflicting reports about the show in the meantime. Now, this PGA panel is likely to have occurred between January and February of this year. Given that the Season 3 spoilers that they discussed during the panel, it probably took place after the finale, which aired on January 7th. But 6 weeks later, on February 24th, Variety reported that the Section 31 show was actually going to be on a back burner for a while. And then just a month after that, the panel's moderator, Daniel Holloway, who was introduced in the panel as the TV editor for Variety, actually left Variety for a position at Amazon Studios. We reached out to the Producers Guild of America for some clarification, but they did not reply. So, what did Kurtzman actually say about Section 31? Now, while the PGA panel was focused on the third season of Star Trek Discovery, the subject of a Michelle Yeoh-led Section 31 series did come up, and Kurtzman had some encouraging words for fans. He said, "We actually have a couple of Section 31 scripts. COVID, frankly, just changed the game for everybody. Even Discovery Season 4 started many months later than originally planned. Everything got pushed. We're actually on a great track with Section 31, and I'm very optimistic about it." Now, officially, this is likely to be old news, given the timing and the fact that the last official word from Viacom CBS in February indicated that Section 31 was on hold. However, there have been a few new developments since then that indicate that Kurtzman's words could still be relevant. Most notably, Julie McNamara, the former Paramount Plus programming chief who was quoted by Variety in February, she said, "We're very careful about curating the pacing of Star Trek." She actually left Viacom CBS in June. But even before that, the Section 31 rumblings were still sort of happening. In April, Michelle Yeoh told the Pod Directive that she knows there is more in store for her character, Philippa Georgiou. And in May, Discovery actor Shazad Latif mentioned that there were some slight yeses, slight questions regarding the show. In other words, while there are definitely at least a couple of scripts, there's no firm indication as yet when or if a Section 31 series will actually go into production, regardless of what the latest circulating video might say. When we know, you'll know. Until then, you can catch up on all that Star Trek has to offer, including the latest season of Star Trek Discovery, available now to stream on Paramount Plus. Next up, Harkening back to First Contact Day back in April, you might recall that the new official Star Trek convention from Viacom CBS and ReedPop was announced as Star Trek Mission Chicago. Now we can let you know about ticketing details and some new guest announcements. TrekCore very helpfully laid out the ticketing structure and benefits, along with some comparison of the new ticketing system with the old one from Creation Entertainment's Star Trek Las Vegas convention. Attendees will have the choice of 3 standard pricing tiers and 1 VIP tier. The standard tiers are 1-day tickets for $65, 3-day tickets for $155, and a kids under 12 ticket good for any number of days for $35. The standard tickets are good for admission to the event, but they include no extra perks. The VIP ticket, on the other hand, that one comes in at $750, and it comes with a host of benefits and is probably closest to the old gold tickets similar that are familiar to the Las Vegas convention. Now, as TrekCore points out, however, the reserved seating benefit associated with the VIP ticket is not for a specific reserved seat guarantee, but rather it provides access to a reserved seating area that fills up on a first-come, first-served basis. A few of the other VIP benefits include early access to the show floor and official store, a fast pass style queuing for autographs and photo opportunities, and a 10% discount on officially branded merchandise. Now, regarding celebrity guests, in addition to Star Trek The Next Generation's Will Wheaton, whose attendance was announced back in April, Kate Mulgrew from Star Trek Voyager and the upcoming Star Trek Prodigy will be there, as well as Star Trek Picard's Michelle Hurd. Many more celebrity announcements are sure to follow. Star Trek Mission Chicago will take place at the McCormick Place Convention Center from April 8th to 10th, 2022. Tickets will go on sale next Thursday, July 29th at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Pacific Time. For more information on these latest details from Star Trek Mission Chicago, head on over to trekcore.com or the official convention website at startrekmissions.com. Now, I've got the answer to Tuesday's trivia question here in just a moment, but first, a word from moi. This show is supported by people like vous or tu. I don't actually speak French. Anyway, this show is supported by people like you through Patreon. Your financial support helps us cover recurring costs like hosting and distribution, and it also helps us invest in the future, finding better ways to bring you more of the Star Trek news you need to know wherever you are. To find out more, just head to patreon.com/daily Star Trek news. You can contribute from just $1 a month, and with a 16% discount on an annual membership, you can support us for a whole year for around $10. That's patreon.com/daily Star Trek news, and a big thanks to you for supporting this show. And now, the musical segment. That's actually not a thing. That's a shout out to one of our listeners who wrote in demanding a musical segment. That's not going to happen on this show, I'm afraid. I'm sorry. What it's really time for is the answer to Tuesday's trivia question. So here goes. On Tuesday, I asked you what Jadzia Dax's favorite song was. It probably would be easy for Niners, but it was not for me. The answer is All the Way. Originally performed by old Blue Eyes himself, Frank Sinatra, the holographic singer/entertainer Vic Fontaine performed it in his 1962 Las Vegas program in a holosuite aboard Deep Space Nine. After Jadzia's untimely death at the hands of Gul Dukat, spoiler alert, her husband Worf insisted that Vic repeatedly sing the song for him. It made him so angry, however, that he often destroyed Vic's lounge after hearing it, leading Vic to refuse to sing it and recommend Worf buy a Sinatra album instead. As the old saying goes, kind of, Sto-vo-kor hath no fury like a Klingon widower, or something like that. Anyway, for more Trek trivia, tune in next Tuesday. And right, just before I go, I have 2 things today, not just the one. So number 1, make sure you set your reminders for next Monday. LeVar Burton is guest hosting Jeopardy! I personally wanted to see him live out his dream that he's had for ages. So let's all tune in and give him our support. That's Monday through Friday next week. You can find out where to watch at jeopardy.com/watch. And finally, don't forget, we're giving away 3 copies of Star Trek Discovery Season 3 on Blu-ray, along with some official Discovery posters. To find out how to enter, just head to dailystartreknews.com/discovery. Entries close tomorrow at midnight. So yeah, 11:59 p.m. Pacific time on Saturday, July 24th. So don't wait. Once again, that's dailystartreknews.com/discovery. And good luck. Well, that's it for today's Daily Star Trek News from the Roddenberry Podcast Network. Don't forget to check out the other great shows on the network at podcasts.roddenberry.com. Daily Star Trek News is produced by me, Alison Pitt, and written by Chris Peterson, Jack Brown, and David Powell, with history and trivia by T. Rick Jones. We're supported by people like you through Patreon. Find out how you can add your support at patreon.com/Daily Star Trek News. I'm back on Monday with more of the Star Trek news you need to know. I'm Alison Pitt. Have a wonderful weekend, and live long and prosper.
This is a Roddenberry podcast. For more great podcasts, visit podcast.roddenberry.com.